Hi, a subject of concern for all. Can rape be prevented with the help of technology? I thought about it and I just thought I'll share my thoughts. One, uh, it is most mostly a crime that takes place with a known victim. The victim is in general a known, not a stranger, not an unknown. So it is an action that is a planned action. A little bit of planning goes on, either in creating an opportunity or in looking for an opportunity. And as common knowledge, we all know, like when we think of a particular subject, specific areas in the brain get activated. Specifically, when a man is thirsty, then there are areas, specific areas in the brain that get activated. It is known, and it could be in the form of some abnormal chemical activity or an abnormal electrical activity in the brain. It could be something, but it is something that happens, which means it is a pattern, which means if identified, this pattern can guide to a future course of action. Means we just need to have some tools and some data points with which we will be able to do something with which we should be able to look at the possibility of preventing a crime like this. So let's just imagine there is a heightened activity and it has an indicator scale. So first of all, we need to identify, and then we need to measure, and then we should be able to get the data communicated or transmitted out of a human. So we have to first be able to identify, measure, and then get the signals out of it. Identification is something that is known, but how do we get a signal out of it is a question. Now, one thing is like, first of all, understand what is this activity that goes on and to what extent it goes out of the human body. For example, is there an electrical activity just above your head or something? And then there are tools, robotic tools that already have the ability to look at a person and see what is the thinking behind, whether this person is lying. That kind of ability is already there. These tools, these robotic tools are designed in such a way that they will be able to grasp the usually unnoticeable things, like very subtle changes that happen, and what is the meaning of such changes in face or whatever, and what is the thought process. So that can be got. And then there are cameras like UV cameras, which will be able to see things that normally a naked eye will not be able to see. So put it all together, put all this information together, arrive at a tool, create a tool. This tool should be able to detect a malefic intention coming close. So let's say to a particular range. So within a range of, let's say, 50 meters, there is a bad intention coming, and that can be given in the form of an alert, which is an alarm, or depending on the intensity of the signal, it could be a danger signal that gets communicated to the law enforcement. Things like that are possible. I do understand there are privacy laws. I do understand this is a big project for the government, but I think it makes sense to for people in different walks of life to get into and then arrive at a solution. It will need people from law enforcement, the judiciary, government obviously, scientists, doctors, techies. Everybody should be able to get together, uh, then start working on getting a device that could be more like a smartwatch. It should be a wearable so that any woman can go anywhere just wearing this wearable, which will be able to identify, detect and send out signals in terms of a danger. That's something that people should be able to work on. Now, getting the data patterns out of human brain, that's an activity that where law enforcement and judiciary will need to come to the help in terms of going through criminal records, maybe convicted who are serving their sentence. Probably people should be able to go to the prison and get data out of them. So such things are involved, but it's worth the exercise. This kind of a thought reading, if you want to say that, or at least just say a danger sensing mechanism, this can be further extended to terrorism prevention, crime prevention in general. This can be extended to treating people of unsound mind, can further be extended to establishing communication between different species. For example, what does the dog want to tell? What does the dolphin want to tell? How do elephants want to move with humans? So, there are things that we should be able to extrapolate onto this idea, but by and large technology will be able to help us. But everybody should get together and take it to different influential sources. I took it to a few people. Unfortunately, it has not moved beyond. So now I thought I'll bring it in open. So if you are somebody who can help or you can take it forward, that would be, I'll be happy. Hope something happens. Come back with your inputs. If there is further brainstorming that needs any inputs, or if I can be part of something, I'm not sure, I'm just an accountant, but I'd like to involve. Let's see how it goes.